Hello, you lovers of Synergy modules. I'm going to skip a couple of steps in this video because chances are you're already into Synergy. Chances are you have a Syn 1, Syn 2, Syn 30, Syn 50, or the Syn 20 IR, which is highly recommended. I've been using that quite a bit. And you know what Synergy is about, which is why this time I didn't take product shots of the module. You know what the module looks like. You know you're going to shove it in there, and then this amp becomes a Tone King Imperial. Or you shove it in there, and this amp is a Fortin Killer Cali. Or you shove it in there, and it's a Diesel. Or you get the idea. So we're not going to go through the whole Synergy system again, because this is about this Tone King Imperial Module. I think it is the first Tone King module with a little beautiful Tone King corner in the logo. With the logo in the Tone King. It's been a long day. So, obviously, one thing we're going to do, because I had to take it out of the box, is film that and show you. So, as I said, we're going to skip the product shots. We're going to skip the comparing it to the amp. I have an amp switcher. I have the Imperial over in the other studio, and we can contrast and compare, which we did on the Imperial pedal. But here's the thing. If they nailed, because they are Tone King, the Imperial pedal, and it sounds like the Tone King amp, the Imperial amp, wouldn't then, because it's from the same people, the module pretty much nail it? Isn't this a given? Also, I've worked with the Sky King, Tone King amp, which has the same clean channel, for years. It's part of my DNA. I'm using the Imperial now as my pedal platform. It is, according to me, and what the fuck do I know, the best pedal platform out there. Yes, you can use a deluxe reverb, but that's a little bit mid stuff that's got this scoop mid thing, and I don't think it is the premier pedal platform. Does it work? Yes, but balance is what you want. You want a beautiful, balanced tone. And this has low, mids, and highs, not too much, not too little of either, which is why I think the Imperial sound, which is not a deluxe reverb or a Vox or whatever, it's a Tone King Imperial, is the best pedal platform. So now, if you own something like the Syn 20 IR, you can get that pedal platform, and we're going to demonstrate how that works. So no, we're not going to compare it to the actual amp, because trust me, which is why you come to this channel, please trust me that it is what it claims to be. But what we did is a little bit different today. Instead of doing this bluesy thing and let's do a John Mayer or whatever kind of song, I did a pop song. Well, I did a pop song and I produced it. So let's check that out. All the sounds are the module in the Syn 20 with the IR we're using today, and some effects post-IR from the XFX 3.
The air hums loud like a distant dream. Empire stands tall, a sovereign stream. Tones that ripple, they twist and shout. Carve out a kingdom, leave no doubt. Wires tangle, but they sing so free. Electric pulse runs through you and me. Golden crown of sound, it rains. Echoes strike like thunder rains. Empire of Synergy, rule the night. Building castles in the light. Sonic fall.
Now, wasn't that just dandy? So let's look at the module. For me, the Imperial is all about the clean. Does it drive? Yes. Is it cool and woolly and almost fuzzy? Yes. Can you use it? Yes. Is it what I use it for? No. Of course, we're going to look at it anyway. So we have 2 channels. So the rhythm channel is your clean. We got a volume, bass, and treble. And then the Tone King attenuator. So this is actually including a, I don't really know how to describe that. Let's call it a power amp. There is a fake or 0 watt or something. There's some kind of power amp in there. And it's doing what the Imperial does with the attenuator because the channels are attenuatable. So instead of a master volume for each channel, there's an attenuator. So you're cranking up the channel and then you're taking it down, hopefully without changing the sound. That's the whole idea. For each individual channel, there's a high frequency roll-off right there, which makes it rather dull. The lead channel also volume, which is gain, and then bass and treble. And then over here, you can turn the tremolo on individually for each channel. And we have a depth and a speed. There is no reverb because as of yet, Synergy doesn't do any digital stuff in terms of effects, which is a bummer. I wish it was there. Part of the Imperial charm is the tremolo and the reverb. And we're going to get to the tremolo. It is a tube tremolo. It's an actual analog tube tremolo. However, I think in the pedal, with the stereo-ness and the more dial-in ability of the digital tremolo that the Imperial pedal has, that was instantly musical. And here I'm fighting a bit with the settings, but we're going to get to that. So we're going to use, for some space, we're going to use the Galaxy, which is on the floor right there. So that's a reverb and tape delay, a little bit dialed in. It's a 201, right? We got some pedals for later. And I'm not miking today. We have this Raw Rock cab, which is kind of neat. It's a 112 that I just got from the company Raw Rock. And I'm checking that out. There might be a video on it if I like it. So thank you, Raw Rock from Belgium, for sending that over. But I'm not miking it today. We're going out in the back, DI with XLR. And honestly, the first IR that's in there, probably some kind of 412. I don't know. That's what I've been using, and it sounds pretty good. That's what I used on the track. Of course, there are Tone King IRs that you can get. If you, for some reason, own the pedal, get the IRs from the pedal because that's all Tone King cabs and load it in here. Don't know why you would own the pedal and then still get the module, but some of you are nuts, and that's why I like you. This whole thing is a Fibonacci erotic because look at it. It's erotic. I put knobs on there. Might change this, depending on how I feel. We got single coil, we got humbucker in parallel. Gonna start with single coil, swamp ash body, Palfero neck, brass nut, ebony fretboard. It's a gorgeous guitar. They make everything in-house other than the tuners, bridge pickups. It's a phenomenal guitar. So it's good for this high-end product. All that being said, no effects. Let's get this. So the attenuator, the attenuator goes clickety clickety. So it's a clickety switch. So we're getting a bit of hair on it. So, I mean, edge of breakup madness to be pushed with the Troop Screamer, as I will do right now. Here we go. Look, folks, from where I'm sitting, that's a hell of a sound. But go back to the clean, because that's really where I want it. So, kick in a bit of that Galaxy goodness in front of it. Obviously, this has an effects loop. That is gorgeous. You want a rounder? Go humbucker. And you're in jazz territory, and I will play one of the 2 jazz tunes I know. I will play it better. Yeah, there were extra notes in there and extra beats, and it's jazz. Come on. Beautiful. So with that, I'm gonna put the Troop Screamer in front of it. Yeah, fun stuff. So, no Troop Screamer, but Archer, why not? That's a clone for those who don't know. Kick them both in and the effects back, and we're gonna... So if you got the standard pedals, the frickin' Imperial can bring the most out of them. So with where we're now, let's go quickly look at EQ. Dull. I always tend to want more treble from it. It can't get too bright. Yeah, more spanky and wiry, get the bass out. If I could funk, that's what it could sound like. With the high frequency roll-off thing here, it's very... It already is a more rounded off sound. I don't know why you need that. Maybe for the Shaz. So, while we're here, let's turn on the tremolo. So, 2 gripes with it, and I'm gonna try to dial that in. The depth is either too little or not enough. No, that's the same thing. Let's see, what am I trying to say? It's either too little.
I never know what you're trying to
She never knows what I'm trying to say. It's either not enough or it's pumping to 0 and it takes the guitar out of the mix. So let me show you full on. Which is kind of a cool effect, of course, but it happens at too many settings. And here, so realistically, between 11 and 1, it's usable. It's usable everywhere, but for what I would want to use it, a subtle tremolo to get movement. That's already too much. See, it's pumping too low, so realistically, that's the setting, and that's about all the settings. So speed, similar thing. Very slow. And that's the thing, that is the fastest there is. So, took my breath away. My gripe with the tremolo is depth is where if it doesn't actually take the guitar volume to 0 or out, or is actually hearable, audible, we're really looking at a tiny little range, so you don't have a lot of dial-in ability. It doesn't feel at all like the trem on the actual amp. And it is a real tube tremolo, but the one on the pedal is a digital one, and it was more musical and easier to handle. So I wish they kind of implemented maybe a digital one, because sometimes analog has its downsides. And speed is, yeah, that's a speed. But sometimes you want something faster and then dial it in more subtle. So I don't know. I'm fighting with it a bit. And you can, of course, switch it on and off for both sides individually. We're going to move on to the other channel, which comes in red. You can hear the tiniest bit of drive happening already. If we go humbucker and in the back, I'm gonna turn the effect off. It's beautiful for those. Of course, put a tube screamer in front of it. Hello! Just came up with that. More is more, we all know that. Careful with the volume here. Oh, without the... I don't know, songs. So I want some treble there. Now I'm definitely pushing the power amp. It's not there, but I'm pushing it. The inside the Imperial, don't ask me how that's done, power amp, and it's woolly, it's blown up, it's this old kind of amp has had enough, and you can dial in the volume with the attenuator. It's this pumping, the sag, all the words that cost money, and it's right there. Of course, you can click in the tremolo. And it's had enough, but let's kick in the tube screamer. It's the Imperial. I love the Imperial for the clean tone. It's got some really cool blown up amp, higher gain things. It's got some beautiful open chord, edge of breakup things that you can push with the pedal. Everything about this is amazing. And if you're looking for a studio tool, if you're in the Synergy world that can handle any kind of pedal and make it sound amazing, or give you these killer cleans like you heard in the song, everything about this is yay. The tremolo, if those settings are to your liking, good. If you need faster, shit out of luck. If you need to dial in the depth differently, shit out of luck. So the tremolo is compromised. It's not bad, but I wish I had more options on it. And with its analogicity come compromises. It's okay. You can easily turn it off and use something in the effects loop or in front of it, and there you go. Because you probably have a pedal if you like tremolo. So don't get on my case about it. Thank you, Synergy, for trusting me once again. The weird thing is, and I'm not shitting you, I sell Synergy modules sometimes because I have loads of amps and I don't have a need for all the amps in Synergy format. However, it's really weird. I have an Imperial amp. I have the Imperial pedal. Why the fuck do I need that module? I don't. I'm still going to keep it. Because now I have that module, that sound, in the Syn 20 IR, ready to go without having to carry the big amp around, without having to put an aux on it. I could use the pedal, but this I can put on a... There is an absolute reason to have them all. It's like a Pokemon kind of a thing. Imperial. Gotta catch them all. God, turn this video off now. Links below, please use them. That helps me. Subscribe to the channel. Please do. I'll put animals at the end.
Not so